Obviously, people are going to stand up and protest. We should all stand up and protest, and we need to make sure that that happens in the safest way possible, and that we are doing that with an eye to de-escalation, not giving the fireworks, building out rapid response networks, making sure people don't have to attend immigration hearings alone, supporting people and their families if they are detained.
And I just have two questions left for you. Both are kind of Trump focused. First is we see ICE obviously in different cities across the country. Immigrants are being picked up in schools, hospitals, courtrooms even. What would you do, I guess, to the extent that you could as mayor to kind of ensure protection for your constituents within your city?
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing this already, right? And I think we can expect it to ramp up over the next few years. So this is such an important thing. And we have a lot of great organizations, groups that are rooted in immigrant communities here in Seattle and Washington State that are like doing the hard work of building out rapid response networks, making sure people don't have to attend immigration hearings alone, supporting people and their families if they are detained. And so the city needs to be a really strong partner in supporting that work, making sure that we are funding legal aid, making sure that we are fighting in the courts in every way that we can. And also making sure that our police department is protecting our communities and not aiding ICE, right? And so that's where the mayor's office really comes in working with the police department and trying to make sure that they are working for us, right? I've been looking at things that some other cities are doing. There's some thoughts floating around about how can we actually have our police stopping illegal ICE raids, right? And so some of the mechanics of that are complicated, but like let's look at that because we need to. I mean, ultimately, it's like we are a sanctuary city and we stand by our values, and we need to do everything that we can to protect our immigrant neighbors.
And then similarly, the National Guard has been walking the streets in blue cities, it seems, specifically, which obviously Seattle would be. What steps could you and would you take to kind of, I guess, prevent this first off, and then if it did become inevitable, to ensure to limit the chaos or keep those protected from it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first thing we need to do is basically make sure that we are learning from all of the cities where this has played out, from LA to DC to Chicago, right? And so having really strong connections between the city of Seattle and those cities where we can kind of scenario plan. We're learning from how things went down in their cities, and being prepared, obviously, to fight in the courts in every way possible, right? So that's coordination with our Attorney General's office, with the city attorney, filing injunctions and just basically trying in every way possible to say, like, this is not legal. We did not ask for this, right? And at the same time, recognizing the limits of that, right? And the way that we've seen it play out in various cities is that, they might just come in, right? And so in that case, it becomes very important that the city and the mayor's office is working with community groups around the city. Obviously, people are going to stand up and protest. We should all stand up and protest, and we need to make sure that that happens in the safest way possible, and that we are doing that with an eye to de-escalation, not giving the fireworks, the conflict that Trump wants. So there's a lot of kind of preparation to be done there. And making sure that, again, our police department is also very prepared and prepared to keep people safe.
Awesome. Thank you. And if you want to give people your website, I know the election's like right around the corner, but if there's any like events or anything they can do to help leading up into it, you can go ahead.
Yeah, so the election's November 4th. We actually had our last really big rally event yesterday with Jamal Bowman, which was amazing. From now on, it's just get out the vote. So tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your coworkers. And really also getting your ballot into a ballot drop box, right? We have vote by mail here in Washington State, which is great, but because of the federal shutdown, we're all a little bit worried about the post office. And so if you're turning your ballot in close to Election Day, finding a drop box is your best bet. So yeah, just get out there and vote. That's the message.
Awesome. And thank you again for the conversation. If anyone does want to see the full extent of her platform, I will have your website in the description. They can check it out. If you're in Seattle, make sure you go and vote. Best of luck coming up to the election. And thanks again for taking the time with us.
Thank you. Yeah, the website's wilsonforseattle.com. So yes, thank you. Thank you, Brandon. It's great to be here.
Yep. Great conversation. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.